Hey YouTube, it's Raijinku here. Just got done the other day with a Google Plus tournament for Cardfight Vanguard. That was the first ever one that's been done as far as I'm aware. And I was using my Kagero deck, and I had gotten into the top four. They didn't really dish out third or fourth place officially. In the first three rounds of Swiss, I went undefeated. I played against another Kagero deck, a Royal Paladin deck, and then another Kagero deck. So, Kageros are pretty popular. I really didn't have too much problems overall with, I guess, the decks I played against. A couple of them came pretty close a couple different times, but overall, this deck actually did really well for me. In the finals, at least for me, I played against Justin, who was running a deck which had 16 criticals in it. We did go into game 3, and in the process, I couldn't ride the grade 3, so it kind of sucked. But, we both did really good, and his deck just was hitting the criticals a lot. So anyways, that's enough about that. I'll get to the deck here real quick. Basic lineup, 8 crit. It's generally good to run that, although if you wanted to go more than that, you'd have to run more clans currently, or wait for the next set. I did run 4 draw, and I chose this draw over Monica, primarily for the fact that you can use it to get rid of things like Barkle, which I actually did. It was really useful for that. Pretty much the only good thing it's used for in the deck. I did run 4 heal triggers, pretty much standard for most people. And then I run Conroe as my starter, no surprise there. Moving on to the grade 1s, I ran Kimnara at 3. It was a good tech. It's 6,000, so it can boost. Most of my guys passed the threshold of being able to get in for that damage. Also, you can play it, activate its skill later on, and you can kill whatever their grade 1 back rows are. So it can be really useful in adding more control to the game. I did run 2 Perfect Guard shields here, Bari. I think 2 was good. If I would have had a third one, I probably would have ran it. But, I'm still missing some cards here and there. The other grade 1s that I had here, I did run 2 bars. I think that was just to balance things out with my grade 1s. It's not that I really like him, but I actually prefer the Gojos now and the Ermos. I know in my last video I said that the Gojos weren't that good, unless of course you get it turn 1. Well, I've changed my mind about that, mainly because he is 7,000, which means most of my guys can get boosted enough so that if they hit a critical, or if they're just swinging in there by themselves with him boosted, they'll get over the threshold mark. So not really much of a difference between him and Bar, except that he has an additional effect where, let's say you have a really crappy hand, or you get him in your opening hand, you can just rest him and then pitch a card, draw a card. So I think it's better to run him at 4 instead of Bar at 4, just because you can get more combos and cycle through things a lot quicker. Same deal with Ermo. Generally, as long as he's boosting something with 9,000 attack, it usually gets through, because it'll put it up to 15, and so on and so forth. The cycling ability is really good, especially with discarding these draw cards that you get in through either damage or drive checks. Moving on to the grade 2s, I run the 4 Nahalims. It's just a good 10k beat stick. I'm actually thinking about adding in maybe another Berger or Burger, whatever you want to call him, just because he essentially becomes a 10k shield. Either that or it forces your opponent to attack him. So he's pretty good. Then I've got 3 Berserk Dragons. Overall, really good card. If you can get it off. I run it in 3 so I can get to it more often. And I don't run it at 4 because if I do get it in my hand, I don't want to have to think that it's a sucky card because I don't have any counterblast left. But it's good to get it early game. You can also just clear the field so you can get in there. You're not worried about interceptors. My other grade 2 choice, which a lot of people were playing this, is High Speed Bracky. Basically, you Soul Blast 1, he goes up 5,000, so he's at 14. If he gets boosted by Airmo or anything else, he goes to 20,000 or more. He goes back to the deck, but again, it doesn't matter because he's just amazing in himself. It causes your opponent to use more cards to block him. So, and lastly, my grade 3s. Not exactly what I would have liked to have had my grade 3 lineup be, but I was running 4 Overlords, primarily for the 11,000. It makes it a little harder to get over that. I prefer him as my rear guard, but you don't always get that. Recently I added in Goku here, one of the, I guess, newer changes. I actually really like Goku. I'm going to try to pick up some more, just because it can retire some of those back rows, and I actually hit him quite a bit whenever he did fill the Vanguard circle. So, really good card. So you're either hitting a grade 3 to kill something in the back row, or a trigger to add more effects. So, really good card. Up here, I have the Vortex Dragons. Only run 2 just because I needed grade 8s, or not grade 8s. I needed grade 3s that were pretty big. Also, since I do run 8 grade 3s, I'm sorry, actually, yeah, I do run 8. I just wanted to use Goku's effect more, and that's pretty much the gist of it. Soul Charging ability is nice if you do have a bar behind him because he can go to 20k. That's pretty much it. Lastly, Blockade. He's sort of like a trump card. If you can ride him as your Vanguard, your opponent can't intercept. So he can basically end games. And that's pretty much the gist of my deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll post some links in here to the people responsible for the tournament, which would be Peshkatz and Smuffzorz. I believe that's what it was. And congratulations to all the other top 4 players. I'll also put your links in here too if I can get a hold of them. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait for the next tournament, so hopefully you guys can attend. Alright, see you around.